to like it. And then so he became, he fell out of favor and they had to get rid of him. So what we do know is that now they had somebody else that they wanted to bring into power in 2018. That didn't happen. The choice of the international community, the choice of the Western powers was somebody else. But the... Welcome to Good Morning DRC TV. We are here today just basically to give you information on what is happening around the Democratic Republic of Congo. As you will probably know that we are coming up to elections in less than 2 months, so there is a lot that is unfolding at the moment. But before I go on, can I just ask you, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe, give us thumbs up, and please do share this link with other people like yourself who might enjoy our content. That's really, really important to us. Today, I just wanted to basically look at a couple of things or situations that has obviously taken place in the last 2 days or 3 days, basically to do with the candidates. Those who have applied for the office of the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is so important for us to know who it is that has applied for the job. Now, there are about 24 candidates who have applied to become the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, I don't really want to go through the list of all the candidates, because the reason being is that many of them, the way I look at it, is that they haven't really got the weight, they haven't got the popularity, they haven't got what it takes to basically become a president. So I have shortlisted, in my own view and opinion, those people that kind of carry that sort of weight. And those are the people that I want to talk about basically. And throughout this time or episode, I'll be talking about each individual, just basically giving you a little bit of their background and what they have accomplished in the past and what they are saying that they will do once they become president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So yesterday was basically the final day, as it was the 8th, was the final, the closing date, if you like, for those applying for the job. And right now, I want to look at Denis Mukwege, who is one of the candidates for the office of the president, or becoming a president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, I don't know how much my viewers would know about this candidate, Denis Mukwege. One thing that I want people to realize and understand as we are talking about this as we're talking about the Democratic Republic of Congo, as many countries in Africa, but specifically the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, this great nation or country, which is basically the size of Western Europe, this country has for the past 60 years been ruled by, starting with Kasavubu, and then we have Mobutu, and then we have Laurent Kabila, and we had Joseph Kabila, and then now we have President Felix Tshisekedi, as they call him, Fachi Beton, man of steel. Now, what we know so far in terms of the geopolitical situation here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, you would know that this country was once ruled by Belgium. And then the main countries that play a big part in the politics of the Democratic Republic of Congo up to this very moment would be France. Well, let's start with Belgium, because they colonized the Congo. And then you have the US, and then you have France, and then you have Canada. Obviously, there are other countries, but these are the 4 major countries that have vested interest in what goes on in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They call the shots in many different ways. Now, they are very much involved in the type of leadership that we have in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So they influence what happens here through their own initiative or organization that they put in place. They will recruit, they will train, and they will position, and if you like, bring their influence in terms of choosing a leader. And they will support that leader if that leader obviously gives them, or at least play the cards the way they want the leader to play it. And this is what we have seen. In the days of Mobutu, we've seen that, he was very, very good getting on with the Americans who actually wanted him to be in power. He got on so well with the with Belgium. He got on so well with Canada and many different countries, and the UK as well, because he was doing things the way they wanted him to do it. And once they got out of favor with him, you know what they do. Trash. They just put you outside. And this is the case, basically, what we have seen unfold with Mobutu. And now we know what happened with Laurent Désiré Kabila. So he came into power. He was also supported by the Western powers, but via Rwanda and Uganda. So when he came into power, you know that he didn't last very long. 3 years is basically the time that he was in power. That is because he fell out of favor. He wanted to get rid of the people that helped him to come into power. He was such a nationalist person that he had visions and dreams for his country, that is the Democratic Republic of Congo. He wanted this country to emerge, to become a greater influence and power in Africa and in the world. And his way of doing things obviously didn't please the masters, those who put him in power. And that would include, to some degree, Rwanda and Uganda, even though we know that the powers behind Uganda and Rwanda were mostly Western. And now we know, obviously, after him, Joseph Kabila came into power, and he played his role. Very much the Chinese actually had a lot of, if you like, I wouldn't say they had a hand on politics, but obviously he did a lot of trading, trades with them. And he, if you like, was somebody, it was very difficult kind of to know who was behind him. But, if he didn't have the blessings of America, he wouldn't be in place. And the international community actually chose, and they wanted him to be in power for reasons that they know themselves. But from what we hear, that they believe that he was the choice because they could easily maneuver, because they could easily manipulate, they could easily drive or get him to do what they wanted him to do. Now, obviously, it comes to a place, or he came to a place where he didn't, or was not doing things according to their bidding. And one of it will be he turned towards China, and the Americans didn't like it, neither did the international community like it. And then so he became, he fell out of favor, and they had to get rid of him. So what we do know is that now they had somebody else that they wanted to bring into power in 2018. That didn't happen. The choice of the international community, the choice of the Western powers was somebody else, but they didn't get to have their own way. The man that came into power is Fachi Beton, a man of steel, a man who had a different vision, nationalistic, a son of Etienne Tshisekedi, the man who wants to see something different happens to his country, and he wants the good for his own people. The one who says it is going to be a fair game. It's a win-win situation. It's either a win-win or you don't get to have what you want in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, I could tell from his first few months in office, first of all, we have to know and understand that he was not what the international community wanted. But then I have to say, who is the international community to decide that this is what Africa or the Democratic of Congo, this is the person they should have? In any case, we know that he came into power, they didn't like him, they didn't appreciate him and what he stands for. The only reason is simply because he is so nationalistic in his views, in his way of doing things, that he wants to do the best he can for the people of Congo. He wants business to be done in a good way that will benefit the people. Now, obviously, the Western powers don't like that, the international community don't like it, so they wanted to basically do everything they could so that they can stop him from obviously moving forward in his plan. Now, what has happened, obviously, after 4 years in power, the people of Congo have fallen in love with the man Fachi, because he has done, if you like, a lot of good things that the people, can actually see that with such a man, there is a promising future for the Democratic Republic of Congo. The first 2 years of his power didn't actually work out the way he wanted to, because obviously the problem that they had. Now, what we have seen is that the international community and the Western powers, they have looked for people who they can support in order to rule this country for the next 5 years. And amongst those people, they have now Dr. Denis Mukwege. Now, I don't know how many of you know anything about Denis Mukwege, but he's not well known. He is a doctor, and he was pretty much involved in helping women who were raped in the eastern part of Congo. And he did a lot of work in order to assist them medically and give them the appropriate treatment and also the psychological help that they needed in order to integrate the society again. He's a man who won the Peace Nobel Prize, and he's well known for his work in the eastern part of Congo. Now, there are so many questions around the kind of support that particular hospital, the kind of attention that it attracts around the world. Now, you ask yourself a lot of questions, because what we have seen so far is that the Western powers and many of the leaders, like the Soros, like the Clinton, like, the likes of Sarkozy, the likes of, President of France. Now, they visit the eastern part of Congo. Panzi is the name of the hospital. Now, they all go towards that hospital to meet with Dr. Mukwege. Now, you could always tell that there was something that was lurking, something that was happening there, something that was cooking there, which was not only to do with the work that he did, but it's all to do with the whole country. But now, it has now come to full, if you like, it is now clear for everybody to see that all the visit that these people were paying to him in that part of Congo had more to do with politics than anything else. As you probably know, that the West has a lot of interest in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The US does, France does, Belgium does, the international community. Now, they are all looking to lay their hand. They've been involved in the Democratic Republic of Congo for years and years and years. And they're not about to quit, especially because we're moving towards the energetic or the renewable energy, the transition that is going to take place, where we're going to need electric batteries, and we're going to need all the natural resources for the technology of the world to come. Most of them are here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So it is key who rules the country, because that individual, if he's against, or at least if he stands to fight and to do what he can to help the country move forward, he's not going to be liked. Because all these tech companies, all these countries, what they do is they want to come and plunder, if we put it in that word. But Fachi Beton said, there is no plundering here. I will stand, we will do business. It's a win-win situation. So now they have Mukwege. They have invested a lot in him. You can see Mukwege in the picture. He's with the Soros. He's with the Clinton. He's with the international community. They are backing him up. The man doesn't have much experience in politics. The man doesn't have a political party. The man is just barely getting his feet wet. He doesn't know much about politics. He's not known. He's only known in that isolated part of the DR Congo because of the work that he did. But now he wants to apply for the job as a president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now that remains to be seen how far that will go. But I can tell that by knowing a little bit, or at least all the research that I've done up to now just tells me that the man does not have what it takes to become the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, but because of the influence, because of the, if you like, the help, the support that he has received from the West, from the Soros, from the Clinton, from, the Obamas, all that he has received in order to become president, it's still not going to be enough. We shall see what will unfold in days and weeks to come. But I can tell you now, I don't really see him actually becoming a president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. But yet I need to be proved wrong. But I'm just basically giving you this information to let you know that he is the man for the EU. He is the man for the international community. He's fighting for other people's interests. And These interests, once they help you in power, you are indebted to them. You have to pay them back. You have to give them free access to what you have. Now, I don't know how things will pan out for him, but good luck to him. So this was Dr. Denis Mukwege, but we'll bring you more information about other leaders as well. If you like our content, please do subscribe, share this channel with other people, and give us thumbs up. Thank you very much. Until next episode, where we talk about other candidates. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.